Season 3, Episode 3. Welcome back to another edition of Nitro On Demand. One of the most well-liked and received engines on our roads today is the 1.5-liter turbocharged TSI petrol engine from Volkswagen Group. But how does one get more power out of this highly competent mechanical heart? We find out in this week's episode. But first, Toyota readies themselves for a new era in endurance racing with the launch of their all-new Le Mans hybrid Hypercar. Time now for Nitro Boost. They are the reigning world champions and 3-time Le Mans winners, and for the past 18 months have been in secret development of a new weapon of fast destruction for this year's FIA World Endurance Championship Series. They also know a thing or two about hybrid cars, both for regular folks like you and me, as well as the racing circuits that they dominate around the world. Meet the all-new Toyota Gazoo Racing GR010 Hybrid Le Mans Hypercar. This prototype was developed for the new Le Mans Hypercar racing category, replacing the outgoing LMP1 class from this year on. The GR010 is propelled by a powerful 4-wheel drive hybrid powertrain with a 3.5-liter V6 twin-turbo engine, providing some 670 horsepower to the rear wheels and 270 horsepower electric motor powering the front wheels. It also features state-of-the-art aerodynamics, developed using computational fluid dynamics software and extensive wind tunnel testing optimized for maximum efficiency. Now, there are a total of 6 races scheduled for 2021, starting with the 1,000 miles of Sebring, then the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, followed by the season highlight 24 hours of Le Mans, before continuing on to Monza, Fuji Speedway, and finally Bahrain, all of which are 6-hour races. Like we always say here at Nitro, enough is never enough. And the guys here at Novitec knows that very well, as they have recently revealed their latest project based on the hugely well-received Ferrari F8 Tributo. As the replacement model for the Ferrari 488, loved by enthusiasts around the world, and of course 50 Cent, who supposedly only drives it out on Wednesdays, the F8 in its original guise is already a beautiful looking whip. It is powered by a 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine with an output of 710 horsepower with 770 Nm of torque. Novitec takes it up a notch with 2 separate N-tronic plug-and-play modules which remaps the car's electronic engine control system, and a high-performance in-canal exhaust system complete with remote flap controls allows the F8 Tributo to now lash out 802 horsepower with 898 Nm of torque, a significant bump up. 0 to 100 km/h times brought down to 2.6 seconds, while top speed has been brought up to over 340 km/h. There are also lots of carbon fiber replacement parts that come with the Novitec package to enhance both looks and also aerodynamics, such as the front splitter and air ducts, side rockers, mirror covers, air deflectors, outlets, fins, as well as the rear wing and rear diffuser. Complete the package with these delicate-looking but strong and lightweight wheels, co-developed with Vossen, 21 inches up front, 22 inches in the back. At the start of this week's show, we talked briefly about powering up one of the best-liked engines on the roads right now. And that engine is the 1.5-liter turbocharged TSI petrol engine from Volkswagen Group. And part of the reason why it's been so successful is because the Volkswagen Group owns more brands than you can count with 2 hands. To name a few: Audi, Seat, Skoda, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche, and of course, Volkswagen themselves. Despite the impact of the still ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the group as a whole managed to sell over 9.5 million vehicles worldwide in the year 2020. And out of all that, over 400,000 of those sold were either full electric vehicles or plug-in hybrids, 3 times more than the number delivered in 2019. Having said that, the majority was still petrol or diesel engines, and among them, the best-selling 1.5-liter turbocharged power plant. These engines are mostly found in the Audis, Volkswagens, Seats or Skodas, ranging from small hatchbacks and sedans to MPVs and SUVs, which goes to show how versatile the engine is. 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀liche Sportsline, the German tuners who are well known for their precision tuning, have launched their newly developed UP engine control power unit. What's important to note is that the price-performance ratio of this little package is enormous. Compatible cars may gain up to 27% more power. To put things in perspective, instead of 150 horsepower, you get 190, and instead of 250 Nm of torque, you get 290. Pretty decent considering how the module will only set you back about 1,000 euros. Of course, there are easier ways to improve your fuel economy and gain performance, such as throwing out your spare tire and rear seats to lighten the weight. But then again, what happens if you have a flat tire, or worse, your partner wants to cuddle up for some backseat action? Alright, on to the final feature for this segment of Nitro Boost, the biggest news of all coming from Mercedes. Meet the all-new EQA, the entry-level full electric model from the Mercedes stable, and it's the first of its kind in a compact segment from the German brand. You'll immediately know it's a full electric vehicle just by looking at the bold front facade, since there's no need for vents to cool down the internal combustion engine. You'll also immediately notice that it looks a lot like the latest GLA, which we featured not too long ago, and that is because the two are basically first cousins in many aspects. Similar to the GLA and many other Mercedes models, you'll get two 7-inch displays as standard, stretching from the driver's side to the middle, or the widescreen variant if you tick the right boxes, with two high-definition and crisply clear 10.25-inch displays like you see here. Proportions-wise, the EQA 250, as it is introduced, spans 4,463mm in overall length, 1,834mm in width, and 1,620mm in height, making it slightly longer than a GLA and almost identical in width and height. It also has a curb weight of slightly over 2 tons, about 100 kilograms heavier due to the battery packs and electric motors. Now, speaking of battery packs, the EQA was designed to be an athlete in compact format, and the numbers are promising, offering drivers 140 kW of power, the equivalent of 190 horsepower, with 375 Nm of torque, and has an estimated range of approximately 480 kilometers. While the top speed is on a slightly lower side of 160, it does hit 100 kilometers per hour from a standstill within 9 seconds. I have to say, it looks pretty cool from the outsides, and have little doubt it'll be an impressive little crossover. Okay, that's all we've got for you in this week's episode of Nitro On Demand. As always, thank you for spending your time with us. Please remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe if you've enjoyed the show. Take care. Hong here, signing off.
Hier haben wir das 𝗘𝗽𝗶𝘀liche ℵ Gewindefahrwerk, wie es auch in dem Audi A3 von der INA verbaut ist, auf der Vorderachse mit der Upside-Down-Technologie, wo man dann die Einstellmöglichkeiten der Zug- und Druckstufe zueinander parallel, individuell, schnell und effektiv dann abstimmen kann. Die Federn entsprechend progressiv gewickelt, sodass ich alltagstauglich als auch sportlich das Fahrzeug nutzen kann.